The power on the KTM was super aggressive. I felt like it was better suited for more skilled riders. Somebody that is new to, street bikes and whatnot, this wouldn't be a bike I'd recommend. It had a strong hit off the bottom. It revved really fast. It basically, it required a lot of attention from the rider, and if you weren't skilled enough to handle it or ready for the power to be there, I mean you could kind of catch you off guard.
It has like a lot of suspension travel, a lot more than the Ducati or a standard street bike. On the road, it's a little bit springy. It kind of bounces around a little bit, moves around a little bit, but at the same time, it soaks up the bumps. Like I was riding the bike at Buttonwillow Raceway, really bumpy track. When you're riding the KTM, you don't feel the bumps because the suspension just kind of absorbs them, sucks them all up. Yeah, it pitches a little bit more and squats a little bit more than the Ducati, but you had control. You really had good control of the bike in the corners, on the gas, on the brakes. Speaking of the braking, the brakes they're excellent. I would actually say the brakes are pretty much neck and neck with the Ducati as far as performance, in terms of feel and power. But the Ducati's ABS is significantly better than the KTM's. The KTM's, it still comes in too early, too aggressively, and you can have a shorter stopping distance with it off. KTM's traction control, it actually works really good. That bike needs traction control. Like that bike has so much torque on tap. Like it is borderline insane how hard that bike accelerates. The tires that it comes with, the Dunlop Sport Smarts, they're a UK version tire. Compared to the OEM Fitment Diablo Rosso 2s on the Ducati, they're definitely subpar. Like Ducati has much better tires off the showroom floor. And that hurt the KTM. Like you can't ride that bike that hard sometimes in the corners just because like the rear tire will come around on you. Even with the TC on, like TC on, you can still hurt yourself on that bike. It does not save it totally. And same thing with the front tire. Like front tire just doesn't have a lot of grip. I think KTM could really benefit from ditching those UK tires and putting on some American spec Dunlops. I think that would really help the bike.
It is more of an aggressive bike, and you have to really ride it hard in order for it to use it right, suspension and motor-wise, and if you're not that skilled, what it's going to do is going to amplify, the little mistakes you might make. It's really going to, show those mistakes more through the cornering, down the highway, everywhere. It's kind of going to, show up a lot more.
Overall, though, I like the KTM. It's a little bit taller, a little more higher riding position. A little bit top heavy, but it turns good. It's got great feel, suspension works great, the engine rips. I mean, it definitely is faster than the Ducati, and it sounds great. But it's a manic bike. If you're a manic person who wants like a crazy, like caffeine-infused riding experience, you're gonna love the KTM.